God being who has na kwadane kano. God nemu ne wen. Is it Almighty God? Because God see me na omo ba kopea or Almighty.
Almighty no mo so mo njini ndi.
Okay, nti ohodo na mpesa me chose jimi ya bem.
Oh, David.
No,
Pacho. No,
Missy, no, you don't. Me to say no. No. I don't. This is the time I guess I will guide you. Because by the time this boy hit 30 years old, I swear, he will be hit with the reality, eh? So the boy will look back and say, you misled me. I am using myself as an example. Miss G, if anything, we need to learn to differentiate between foolishness and intelligence. Because it to me Jimmy and Nyansa, to differentiate, distinguish between the two. They say children live what they learn. It me akwarano obet me ameba. Akwaran dem ni any problem. But na me ya say impenifo bi mo omadwumundo when it comes to spirituality. Omono they are embracing the argument about the existence of God. Okay? So who will be whoso that kind of spirit. The question is Mumu saying I'm called the land of the dead. You can say so what the land of the dead, what is that? You can say there is a place called the land of the dead. Some of this is also be Javi. You can say, oh now have you been to the land of the dead before? It's a question. Yes, no. Because the living cannot go to the land of the dead and come back alive. So the question is, have you been to the land of the dead before now? Before you start talk issues with God. Okay, you can have God of the Chinese, God of the India, God of the Japanese, God of the Israelite, God of the Nigerians. God comes in so many forms. God being who has na kwadane kano. God nemu ne wen. Is it Almighty God? Because God see me na omo ba kopea or Almighty.
Almighty no mo so mo njini ndi.
Okay, nti ohodo na mpesa me chose jimi ya bem.
Oh, David.
No,
Pacho. No,
Missy, no, you don't. Me to say no. No. I don't.
The major complaints. David, one of the major complaints I hear on platform is your language.
Language.
Me Pacho. Language.
So do you think it is right for me to sit and watch my feet?
So
you rub in the mud in my face, and I think I cannot.
Something else that might have the same effect, but not that.
We don't say because I'm not speaking against the child. Jimmy and one no. Because
Enti ukasabia nanka watu wasama.
Oh, so me twi na nya enti bia sabi na. Jimmy o sabi ama me sabi ato.
Yo,
me kasa nti akwada because he's young enough to be my son. My son is even older than him. I won't speak against the child. Never. But me disappointed in Mumpenifo na amono want to mean distinguishing between knowledge, intelligence, and spirituality. I say so big cover for person or answer. That is the problem you guys should have. That's why I'm asking you, say, have you been to the land of the dead before? Mumu saying amoni spirit akasa. Also, you mentioned about speaking to the dead, and I gave you the word necromancy and all that. So you'll be who knew the way soon etia. You will never believe in God. Which make you say, oh, me sunsumi obwa. Obia ohusunsum obia otisunsun ka bia an oje nyakopon Almighty di whether here China dey no Japan dey no India dey no nyame bi wo ho uko India na wo so oni sister ka so o kire mu say your culture obia ne culture ne the tradition or the so nyame uko India omo de China for omo de nti emu ne wan na wo so gidi no traditionalist no ora na ka say omo kro mo bo begun say omo ka say atan na nyumo. So I was going to ask the ancestors now born pie a come hono. Born pie come ho as what? Asking what from them. These ancestors are dead. And I said, Opa science mukra nipa say when you die, your flesh na is you know. Because I want to say what is spirit, what is soul, what happens to your blood, where do you transcend to? All these questions you don't even know the realms of the spirit, realms of gods, realms of angels. This issue is being dealt with from some level of Enimenim haya.
So nipa no all dealing with issue no share say no need.
It doesn't have any depth, spiritual depth. It has no spiritual depth. It is different from what you believe in, what you've read, and what you sing. And different no. So you haven't seen, have you seen stuff with your own eyes? And my question is, you guys were able to decode academic knowledge in his submissions, technology in his submissions. Now you also want to decode spirituality in a 10-year-old boy submission. The boy has lived just a decade. Do you know what you learn through life from age 1 to age 20? Unless you haven't learned nothing, then your age means nothing. It is a whole kasa. That's what I say. Cut the boy some slack. There's slack. We can give him some accolades as his age, speaking so intelligently. But what slack are you talking about? Spiritual slack? Let me go to the point where I think my sister said, the boy said he has never seen anybody prayed and then been fed before. Are we saying that prayers don't work? At his age, when he's hungry, his mother feeds him. So that's a prayer enough for him. Because at his age, so a boy of his age, don't be surprised when you say, my mother is my God. And if you bring it to the physicality, he is right to say his mother is his God. God, that's the person that feeds him. Yeah. But now take it to the higher realms. The mother can't be God. MzBel can never be God. I am telling her. She's not God. She is God in flesh to her son. But not God in the unseen. She can't be the God in the unseen. It is all Kasa. She should be able to understand what kind of spirituality she is embarking on. Because look, I say, God in flesh. Yes, you feed your son. Yes, you bore him. That is God. You gave life to him. That is God in flesh. Now, the boy also said that science brought human beings, that is Siemens and whatever put together. That is another level of, yes, you can say, okay, science brought human beings because man and a woman mated and blah, 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 blah. And to me, it is a science that has been from the very beginning of time. In science. Check the meaning of science. What's the meaning of science? Even in fabrics, we have fabric science. I learned fabric science in school. How you combine fibers to create certain fabrics. So in everything there is science. We have food science. We have human science. Birth science. So what science is the boy talking about? Birth is a science, yes, but it was made. It was made. The boy need to be cultured. Yes, he's been able to understand. This is the time I guess I will guide him. Because by the time this boy hit 30 years old, I swear, he will be hit with a reality. So the boy will look back and say, you misled me. I am using myself as an example. At this age now, I said, it's a smart kid. But this is the time when the mother must sit up and say, hey, my boy is moving faster than I thought. And start guiding the boy. Don't bring the ridicule of God into your son. Don't do that. Because you have so many forms. That is what the question you should ask the boy. To say that this whole creation doesn't have a ruler. Come on, MzBel, you can do better. My last submission. This guy called Sunyame. He did a video on TikTok. Then he was backing the boy. Then I quickly went to check his age. I mean, how is he? Me go check here. Let me keep it to myself. Say, I'm going to say, I'm say, chronic, in penifo. In penifo, I'm going to then he came back in the boy. Wait me and tell me which part of the boy. I said, I mean, anyone no back here. I feel no who's a feedback never here. Hard no. Or some video before say, wow, Christopher more attacking me now. Man, I think I may be anyhow. Simple and short. Argentina, all these grown men. Like I said, all these grown men who have been saying Jesus, God, Avram Moshe is one of them. Avram Moshe, all this while, I have respected him as a person who has common sense as he claims. But 25 years ago, where was Abraham Mosi? Where was he? All his studies about AIDS and all this historic meanings he tried to put along with God, he has failed. Abraham Mosi has failed because God has given you the knowledge, the wisdom, the understanding to manipulate through life. So don't sit down there and expect him to come in physical form and give you food. But I bet you say, if you are a person who is chosen, it's a matter of destiny. Like MzBel, where you are sitting now, it's a matter of destiny. It went and came to you. A destiny. Nobody could have been here if not you. It took a time to say, come to me, Obia and feed me. Are you waiting for God to come and feed you? God has put the power in men to feed you. So it is how you manipulate your way through. I don't guess you mean you. So MzBel herself until I am saying it and I am ready to challenge her. The traditionalists, nobody almost say, when was the last time they prayed? They prayed in their secret places with her. Every other officer with you, Miss G, my last submission. Me said, me serious. Anything as a spirit, I go different level with people. The only thing you should be afraid of is the Almighty. Whether you call him God, you call him dog, it's your own business. But there is somebody you should be afraid of unless you don't have that blessing, that gift. Then you can say all this nonsense and get away. For Abraham Moshi to say that, Abraham Moshi come and fight me. Because 25 years ago, Abraham Moshi, where were you? 25 years ago, where were you? I just started hearing from you. 25 years ago, no way. No common sense for no more. Make a Santiano. But for some time, now I said, let me follow no. I say, oh, I believe some of his philosophies. But I say, anytime anything will come up and it goes against God, no, you have to pay. You may not believe.
It goes
against God. Now he's happy. You may not believe in Christianity and their method of worship. You are free to decide how you want to worship God. But the method of worshiping God, but men can say,
you, Mr.
Let me end by what Arnold said when he said if the boy was some Saudi Arabia, those places. Saudi Arabia, Iraq, because the Almighty Father, God, the Almighty Father, the creator of this universe, earth, sky, and sea, live it. Whether you believe it or not, I'm telling you, say, MzBel, so spirits, God, heavens, levels, angels, he should come and learn and stop indoctrinating the boy. The boy is too intelligent to be indoctrinated and brainwashed this way.
All right, Reverend.
Why you dey lie to the girl them say you be that daba? Shun that when you that daba.